Hey guys, it's me, Mr. 250, and welcome back to Trauma Center New Blood. We're back here again, getting ready to select our episode, and the last thing we did, if you remember, was that not the most fun mission of having to do a little bit of brain surgery, but on an implant, which caused me to die a lot. It was more fun than Strike Force, which I actually had to go down to easy mode to complete. I did pretty well in easy mode, but that's easy mode for you. But we're going to continue the story from here.
This group based in Caucasus calls itself Parnassus.
Parnassus.
The syndicate was researching stigma under their supervision. Their leader is a man known as Master Vahushti, who, according to our records, has resided in the United States under the name Ray Kerensky.
Well, that's convenient. We should be able to just kind of round him up and be done with this whole thing, right?
Ray? You've got to be kidding.
Wait, who's Ray?
You know him?
He and Cynthia were seeing each other.
This man, Vahushti, is quite famous in the world of medicine.
That's quite a name right there. Hello, my name is Vahushti. How are you doing today?
After obtaining a medical license in North Carolina, he and a friend started a business venture, which quickly grew into a major manufacturer of precision instruments and implant devices. That company is Columba and Cornix, a subsidiary of the Humani Corporation.
Yeah, okay, and I see, and then that girl's connected to that. That would make sense.
Is Master Vahushti.
If everything is right, then yes.
He provided me with advice regarding Elena's transplant operation. That bastard.
The first one or the second one?
My name is Hans Nilsson, and I'd like to make a statement on behalf of Humani.
We're not associated with them, and we don't want our company to go down the drain.
Our company, nor
Exactly.
Columba and Cornix has supported the syndicate.
We don't want to
in
support
any way.
them, or we don't support their bad practices. Don't confuse us.
In fact, it's quite the contrary. We too have become victims of their scheme.
Please save the explanation for later. We need to evaluate our
Don't
current
please
situation.
don't confuse us for them. We don't want our profits to go down the drain.
Now, we've learned that an individual named Cynthia Kazakov has ties to Vahushti.
She worked here at Caduceus for a while. She was directly involved with the stigma research.
And Mr. Marshall, according to a different report, Cynthia was a member of a secret research team for the U.S. Army and Humani. Is that correct?
Yes, that's what I've been informed.
How far has the military's research progressed?
I cannot make any comments on that, except I've been informed that no research was conducted exploring military uses of stigma.
Cynthia, how many people were you spying on?
She had the trust of Kidman, Caduceus, and the U.S. Army. We should assume that most, if not all, of the research data is now in Parnassus's hands.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying, for her to show up and then disappear, it's unlikely that she wasn't important, and that she was likely to come back later.
And I'm told that their level of activity has increased as of late. Dr. Stiles of Caduceus, Japan, who was dispatched to Caucasus, will now give us the details.
Hey, look, it's Dr. Stiles, again.
I'm sure you all know, but he's the doctor responsible for saving the world from guilt.
And for whatever reason, we didn't, keep the idea that, guilt could possibly come back in any other form, which is a little short-sighted, I gotta say, but whatever.
Hello, everyone. I'd like to take a moment to update you on the current status of Caucasus.
He looks odd in this. I mean, he looks older, I guess, maybe, is what it is.
While I was there,
It is
I
10
treated
years
a number
later,
of patients who'd
truthfully.
been infected with stigma. Similarly, the U.S. branch has dealt with a variety of cases as indicated in their report. But the true problem is this organization called Parnassus, mentioned earlier. The local police are investigating the matter, with the assistance of the Russian army.
The United States will be providing support as well in order to crush Parnassus. We will be supplying both instruments and medicine,
Sweet. Not coming out of my bill.
in addition to dispatching doctors from Caduceus.
I believe that's a very wise decision.
I've already volunteered you two. I hope you have no objections.
Now, this isn't the first time we've been volunteered, so why stop now?
I'll go and put an end to this.
I'd like to know the truth. I was friends with Cynthia, after all.
This is Angie Thompson. She assists me with my operations.
Hi, Angie. Are you older too?
She accompanied me to Caucasus and helped to analyze stigma at the scene.
The research data provided
Wow.
by everyone was quite useful.
She looks different as well.
But the stigma are showing signs of change. Unfortunately, they're not evolving to our advantage.
Could you be more specific?
They're beginning to multiply without the existence of calorium.
Oh. That's bad.
And if they're doing that, then they're becoming much more infectious.
So then, someone's still researching and refining them.
The nature of these infectious strains of stigma changes as it spreads from host to host. However, there's a limit to the number of times a strain can undergo this change. They're planning to utilize this unique characteristic to their advantage by spreading stigma over a limited period of time and then allowing the pathogen to die out naturally.
So they're trying to tame the devil, huh? What a dangerous plan.
Indeed.
Its completion is drawing near. We don't have much time to lose.
On orders from Caduceus, we'll be going to investigate where these weapons will be heading to. We'll leave Caucasus to you guys.
Director Quattro has more detailed research data. It should aid you in your investigation of Caucasus.
Thank you. That's very reassuring.
I always like cameos of old characters, especially if they change over time. It's kind of cool.
These missions will be dangerous. But I know we'll all see each other again.
But they don't look like doctors like they used to. I don't know if they still are or
There's
not.
so
I mean, I
much I'd
think
like
they
to
are,
ask a
but
master surgeon like yourself.
yeah.
But let's wait until this is
He
all
doesn't
over.
look nearly as cool as Dr. Vaughn here.
Yeah, when that time comes, we'll talk about the future of medicine.
Okay. Oh, we're going on an airplane flight again. Where are we landing? Caucasus. Okay, yeah, that would make sense if you think about it. So I think the game is actually getting to the wrapping up point soon,
The police have stormed in.
which is just kind of like the wrapping up point of the last game, where you go and infiltrate the enemy base. And I think this is the actual enemy base. The other enemies were just kind of like pansy enemies to warm you up for the real enemies.
All right, Elena, head to the back.
How can they use that old castle as their base? Have they no respect for history?
Well, they don't have respect for humans, so I doubt history's high on their list either.
Nobody would ever guess that a terrible disease lurks inside.
I guess they were trying to impress their buyers. Well, if this really is their storehouse, then it should be filled with weapons. At any rate, storming this castle will be no easy task.
We have an emergency. The enemy's used a chemical weapon. A few officers have been hit.
And we're gonna have to
Do we
operate on
know
them,
what
right?
type of substance it is?
It appears to be a blister agent.
We need to treat them immediately. Elena, clean the patients and bring them into the operation tent.
Yes, Doctor.
Interesting. Okay. You'd think they use stigma. Like, why would they just use something normal like toxic gas? Why wouldn't they send stigma at us? Unless they're trying to cut back on it. I don't know. Whatever.
They even
Let's
had
keep
chemical
going.
weapons?
Doctor, we've received word that the analysis team is unable to determine what type of gas it is.
Well, since we don't know what it is, hitting it with a laser is usually what we do, right?
They don't know what it is? Is it some new kind of agent?
What should we do? We can't deal with an unknown chemical.
We've dealt with a lot of unknown things before. I don't think you can say that.
Wait. The patient's symptoms include those from existing poisonous gases. It's like the effects of multiple types of poisonous gases are appearing at once.
So it's a compound of known agents.
We do have antidotes for each of the different conditions.
Okay, yep. So
Let's
we're gonna have to
treat
treat each
condition
of
as
them.
it
Yep.
arises. That's all we can do for now.
But the antidotes are powerful medicines on their own. If we inject too much into the patient, it'll...
Let's use a sedative along with it. If we sedate the affected area first, we can minimize the amount of antidote we use.
I bet this is I'm gonna have like 27 different colored liquids, and I have to tell which
But
one to
we
use
won't
at all
be able to
times.
see where the affected areas are when they're sedated.
Then it's up to us to remember it.
Understood. I'll prep the antidotes. Please
I'm
get
actually
ready,
I'm
doctors.
actually kind of excited for this. Like I sound kind of bored, but I'm actually kind of excited. This seems fun.
We'll save him. Let's start the operation.
Let's. Okay. So this is going to be a bit of a memory game,
Doctor,
I think.
The antidote kit is ready. I've also injected a coloring agent into the patient as well. The affected areas should now have visibly different colors.
Because if they didn't, we'd be really stuck.
Inject the antidotes into the areas with the same colors. Well, please open him up.
It's like color by number kit. It should be easy. Even a kid could do this. Okay, let's see how many times I can screw this up. Oh, I got it right. Nice. That was really embarrassing how many times I screwed it up last
Memorize
time.
the color and locations of the inflammations.
Where are they?
Once you have them memorized, inject the sedative. The colors will disappear. The inflammations have been sedated. Do you please continue using the antidotes on the inflammations
so these are two
with
yellows.
the same color as the medicine.
Oh, so I can inject the sedative anywhere, it looks like.
The inflammations seem to have been reduced, but the numbers are still high.
Do we have to look around for them?
That means that more of them will appear soon.
More inflammations are
Okay,
appearing.
yellow, yellow, and red. That's not too hard. Blue, blue, and yellow. This is easy. I played memory as a kid. I know how to do this kind of
Are
stuff.
there any signs of inflammation?
They're still high.
There are
Blue,
more
blue, and red.
inflammations.
The rest of these should be blue, I think. They're knocking his vitals down quite a bit.
Does it look like we'll see any more inflammations?
I'm pretty sure we haven't done a whole lot yet.
We can't let our guard down yet.
More.
Red, red, yellow, and blue. I hope I'm doing this right. They're actually starting to tax my brain a bit. It's hard to do Let's Plays and, like, do cognitive thinking at the same time.
The inflammation's gotten worse.
The vitals.
Oh, no. How was I needed to boost their vitals so they didn't die.
I sent out a request for backup. They'll be here soon.
Oh, man. Okay.
For Dr. Vaughn and Dr.
We're doing this
Blair,
again. Be right back.
the pain-
Okay, I think this might have been where we were. We're also about to run out of the ability to use this soon. As you can see, it's getting, like orange. And that means your ability to use it's going down because you're using it too much. But I think we're doing okay, all things considered.
All signs of inflammation
Ooh.
have disappeared.
Was that it?
His numbers are back to normal.
We should be alright now. Let's start closing them up.
Hopefully something doesn't happen at the last moment. No, okay, we're good, never mind.
Please close him up.
Is that it, or do we have to do multiple people? Because if that's it, that wasn't that bad. I'm kind of surprised, actually.
Send the data from the operation to the analysis team.
Understood. I think they'll be able to create a specific antidote using this data.
That would be nice, so we only have to inject one instead of having to memorize
I hope
colors.
so. I never want to perform an operation like this again.
You always say that type of stuff, like, I never, or we're never or you use the word never a lot, or, like, use hope a lot too, and those never really seem to work very well for you. And I don't know why you keep using those words, because they keep happening.
Dr. Blaylock! The police have located Cynthia.
So she
Did they beat her up?
is here. I don't know what happened to you, Cynthia, but there's no way I can forgive you for what you've done.
Now, of course, like, typical trauma center, there's going to, the lady of the castle, there's going to be, like, we're going to have a story, and she's going to be like, when I was a young child, my father was a great man, and then he died, and I was told that, you know, something along the lines, and that's why I'm evil! Something, it usually goes back to childhood and being evil, something along those lines. Possibly with lasers.
I don't hear that many gunshots anymore. The operation must be drawing to a close.
I hear gunshots.
No new injuries have been reported either.
It looks to me like we have the upper hand.
Maybe so. But if we back them into a corner, who knows what they might do?
They might, you know, throw out stigma bombs and then everyone's dead.
Cynthia.
Doctor, they've taken Cynthia into custody.
They have?
Where is she? I want to see her.
Oh, yep, I told you, sad music. They're going to tell us a sad story about how when she was a child, she was evil.
I've been waiting to talk to you, Cynthia.
I never would have imagined that you were a spy. You were a big help to us at Caduceus. Or so I thought.
Did you do it for
Still
Ray,
wearing the
or was
exact
it your
same
own
clothes.
decision?
You don't know anything about him, Val.
Apparently not. But I'm not interested in the aspirations of an arms dealer.
Calm down, Val. If you don't mind, Cynthia, will you tell us about him?
He was born and raised here, in this miserable land torn apart by civil war.
Yep, sad stories
He
happening.
went to Russia and then to the United States in order to become a doctor. He realized his dream and started a medical company. But when he returned to his homeland to offer his assistance, he found only betrayal.
Oh, sadness, and that's why we're evil.
What happened?
I'm waiting for the evil part to come up
The
now.
army tried to assassinate him while he was working at a refugee camp. He had devoted his life to saving the country, and that was how they repaid him. Goodwill was an unwanted guest.
Unfortunately, that's a reality for countries in turmoil.
He had always been an advocate of reconciliation, but from then on, his thoughts became more radical.
He became evil. Did I
There is
mention
a legend
the evil?
among these people. They believe that long ago, a great flood destroyed mankind, save one family that landed here. As a member of the chosen people, he's allowed his pride to corrupt him. The forces of destruction are still weak, he said, and he began to yearn for greater power.
I told you, see, what happens is you start out and then something bad happens to you, and suddenly you gain the right to be evil in your own eyes.
Regardless of whether it was good or evil.
Evil.
That's how he became involved with arms trade and stigma.
Yes, he sold his soul to the devil, and he received stigma from Professor Wilkins, with whom he was acquainted.
You worked so hard at Caduceus to save people's lives. Was that all a lie?
I honestly don't know, although I can say that I don't think the same as he does. For a time, I believed that I could change him.
But then I realized he was evil!
But his madness only grew stronger. After I left Caduceus, I came here to try and dissuade him from his plan. But shortly after I arrived, he put a shackle around my heart.
What?
See the scar on my chest, Val?
Oh, you mean literally.
He implanted a pump unit designed to terminate my life.
Oh, I have a feeling I know somebody's gonna be operating on
He
that.
has the ability to kill me by remote control whenever he wishes. And so, I am bound to this castle.
But that's not what it's meant for. It's to save people like myself. This is horrible.
If that's what's keeping you here, Cynthia, then let's remove it.
I doubt that's possible, Val.
We'll make it possible. But you have
We
to
did
trust
brain
us.
surgery. We could probably do just about anything else.
There's still hope. What do you say?
We saved a dog. I mean,
I'm sorry, Val. I'm sorry for everything.
don't be a doubter. Believe me, I've doubted a lot of the stuff I've done. We can definitely do this.
This is the implant he placed inside me. The image is a CAT scan that he took. And even further inside is the special chip he installed.
It's pretty deep inside. Removing it won't be easy. Won't he find out what we're up to during the operation from your vital signs? What if he activates the chip while we're operating?
That's not going to happen. He's at a college in Caucasus, in his own personal ark. He doesn't know anything about what's going on here.
Well, that's convenient. Okay, cool.
Even though he left you here?
That's why he left me here. He has no interest in me anymore.
Cynthia, I'm going to save you. I swear it.
I
Thank
swear
you.
it.
You're the only one that never changes.
Alright, and I think just for the heck of it, we should have Valerie do it. Because she's our friend.
Cynthia, I'll break these chains around your heart.
I thought when she said that she put shackles around her heart that she was just meaning like figuratively. I didn't know she literally meant that she was had the power to stop her heart.
Well, let's all do our best.
Yeah.
We'll be operating on her heart.
It's not going to be that hard. We did
Please be
brain
very careful
surgery.
while performing this procedure.
Not a good way to start the mission.
Where is the pump unit located?
It's in the atrium. Let's take a look inside.
Okay. Oh,
Is
hi.
this the same kind of implant I have?
Yeah, it looks kind of familiar.
If that's true, then we can remove all the control chips to completely shut it off. First, let's burn the control chips with a laser and stop the pump's functions.
Sure.
One of the control chips has stopped functioning. The chip has been cut off. That's the first one.
Now, is there going to be anything different? Oh,
Treat it with the antibiotic gel.
I'm treating it.
An irregularity on the EKG. Doctor, please. That's the second one. Her heart is
Oh,
fibrillating.
okay, I'm stopping.
Stop the treatment for a
Calm
moment.
down, everyone.
She's undergoing cardiac arrest.
Can we?
Massage the heart to resuscitate her.
Can you massage the heart while it's all cut open like this?
We have a pulse.
Okay. Let's boost those vitals a bit and keep going.
Another irregularity on the EKG. Please watch out, doctor.
Let's wait a second.
Fibrillation
Yep,
has occurred.
I figured.
Please suspend the treatment. She's undergoing cardiac arrest. Massage the heart.
There's a lot of hemorrhaging.
We have a pulse. We can't relax until it's all over.
Okay, anyway, let's pull both of these out. Oh yeah, and then we have to excise the whole
Another
unit.
irregularity on the EKG. Please watch out, doctor.
Okay, let's wait.
Fibrillation
Yep,
has
I figured.
occurred. Please
We'll cut it out
suspend the
after this.
treatment. She's undergoing cardiac arrest. Massage the heart.
I'm massaging. Don't tell me what to do. I'm a doctor. I know what I'm doing.
We have a pulse. We can't relax until it's all over. The implant has been separated. Let's remove it with a forceps.
Got it. Oh, there's that chip.
This is the chip that's keeping her here.
Yeah, could you stop beeping? We're trying to
The
talk
chip
here.
is implanted
Gosh,
directly
game.
into the heart. Dear God. We should carefully peel this off little by little instead of ripping it off all at once.
I'm glad your professional opinion uses the word peeling.
First, we need to disable the chip.
With a laser?
Use the laser on. Thankfully, her heart didn't begin fibrillating.
Okay, let's boost her vitals a bit before we do this procedure.
The chip has been disabled.
I know.
This is similar to the control chips. Begin the removal process with a scalpel.
We'll try to do it really quick if we can.
Next, make an What? This can't be. It's different than the control chips?
Okay.
The chip rebooted itself. We can't remove it like this. Disable it again with a laser. Fibrillation has occurred.
Oh, I want to
Please
disable it
suspend
with
the
a laser,
treatment.
but the game says no,
She's
you gotta
undergoing
massage your
cardiac
heart.
arrest. Massage the heart, quickly.
I think that weird sound was because I
We
missed.
have a pulse. We can't relax until it's all over.
Okay, so we need to boost the vitals enough so I can actually do the treatment.
The chip's been disabled. We can almost doctor. Another irregularity on the chip rebooted again.
Okay, we will in a
Keep
second.
using the fibrillation has occurred.
We just gotta
Please
restart her heart
suspend the
again.
treatment.
I'm pretty sure it's not safe
She's
to have your heart
undergoing
stop this many
cardiac
times during an
arrest. Massage the
operation.
heart, quickly. We have a pulse. We can't relax until it's all over.
Let's detach it with the scalpel before...
The chip has been... Another...
Got it.
Extraction has...
Don't start celebrating yet. We're only halfway
Oh, do we have to
done.
put a new one in?
We need to replace the pump implant that we removed earlier.
Is that why your heart's having the problem? Okay, that would make sense, I guess.
I'll get the implant ready. Please keep an eye on the EKG and place it again. We've avoided the danger of cardiac arrest, but we
Man,
still
she's
have to be
hemorrhaging like
careful.
crazy.
The pump has been placed inside the heart. Next, we'll attach the control chips. Another irregularity on the EKG. The first control chip is in. 3 more to... Fibrillation has occurred.
Good, okay,
Please
good. I
suspend
managed to
the
pull that off
treatment.
without getting too much in trouble.
She's undergoing cardiac
We are running out of
arrest.
time. We need to kind of hurry up if we can.
Quickly. We have a pulse. We can't relax until it's all over.
We're nearly done, I think, though.
There are still wounds left.
All right, let's close the atrium.
Yay! I win.
Vitals are stable. Her heart is also remaining in stable condition.
So we did it?
It seems like she'll be all right. Well then, let's start closing her up.
I don't know if I'd want to be with a person who wanted to install
close
some
her up.
crazy heart-stopping chip inside of you. I would say, hey, you know, you seem like a nice guy and all, but you know, we need, you know, this can't be happening.
Operation complete. The same tools, the same machine. It can be used for both good and evil. It all
That's what this girl needs to do. That's what this girl needs to do. She'd be like, hey, you know, you seem like a nice guy, but maybe you just need to see somebody else, someone who's okay with you implanting a chip inside your heart. But then you just leave. And everyone's happy, except for the guy, because he doesn't get to plant a chip in your heart.
We did it.
I'm so glad we could save her.
You know, that's been our goal all along.
Save people?
Save people's lives.
Yeah?
And rid the world of
Captain
illness.
Obvious, would you like to tell us more?
You've already made up your mind, haven't you, Marcus?
Yeah, let's end this once and for all. It's time to confront this Master Vahushti.
Master Vahushti! Alright, and I think we'll do that next time. I don't think we have a whole lot more left to do. It definitely seems like it's getting to a wrapping up point soon. But, looking at my time, I actually have I have a good bit of time today. So I'm going to make one more episode of this, and just after this. So, I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode, though. And next time, which for me will be in about a minute or two, we will start Master Vahushti. Thanks for watching. Bye!